got Derek in the building, just creeped in his baby. What's up, Big D?
What up, though?
Derek brought us some catered tonight by Big D's Chicken.
Big D!
I love chicken, Paul.
Yeah.
That's the slogan.
Hey, Paul, I need a vendor, man.
Somebody spit my chicken on the one chicken I had.
That's the slogan. I love chicken, Paul.
They be on the same plate. It's like a rerun.
That's their link. That's their niche.
Yeah.
Hard old fries and recooked chicken. Big D's Chicken. I love chicken, Paul. The motherfuckers, they take that shit. You stand outside with a grill and with a fryer, cooking chicken. They take it. They taking everybody else's bullshit they got everywhere, motherfucker, everywhere. People getting fucked up talking about they can cook. No, you can't. You just making shit. It's a difference.
Gotta be in it. You gotta not be scared to take a chance.
Yeah. That's why I'm fucking with D on here on Big D's, bro. I might be an investor because he don't give a fuck, you know. He got 2 flavors.
One pot.
And some fries. You can't, that's a winning combination.
Freezer full of wings.
What flavors you got, Derek?
He ain't gonna bake them. He ain't gonna broil them.
What's your flavors, bro?
See, I don't bake them, I fry them.
See, I know. That's what
not just fry them.
You don't bake, broil, barbecue. You do
not just fry them,
you deep fry them.
Yeah.
You deep frying them or you air frying them?
Nah, deep frying them.
I thought you been air frying them lately. Then when the air fryer,
in the same.
You been lying on the chat, the family chat. Everybody gonna give it to you.
How long do you wait to change that Kroger grease?
Boy, didn't he say air fried?
I swear it's an air
He said some air fry.
I switched it up.
Oh, you be lying.
But just say you did at one point. You were saying it was air fried.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking they've been fried.
Speaking
of
lying,
all the time.
I was at Walmart and this pretty little girl, and she was like, "Excuse me, I'm not trying to solicit you on anything." She said, and she had a little form, a little laptop and shit right here. She was like, do you happen to have AEP as your service? And I said, nah, I don't. And she said, if you don't have AEP, which service do you use? And I paused. I said, fuck, because I couldn't think of it. I said, okay, I'm lying. I just didn't want to feel that out. I said, just show me where the sign is, and we out of here on that. I'll leave that right there. Yeah. But she stuck me. She stuck me.
You a mean man. She probably should have kicked you in your fucking shit.
I got this, dude.
You ain't got
AEP, nigga. You live in Columbus? Franklin County?
Hold up, though. I don't got AEP either, though.
Really?
It's a lot of people without it.
I got Columbus.
See, and if you don't know it,
yeah, I got Columbus.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why when everybody's shit was out, my shit was still on.
Nah.
Everybody's shit was all the electric go out. The electric, when the storm be coming, hey, fuck Columbus. Because Columbus Power, AEP, because Columbus Power, boy, we be on. I ain't gonna front. I ain't did a night without let me knock on wood. Come here, dude. Let me see your forehead. But knock on wood. Because we be on, but when some shit did, these last couple storms came, though, our shit was out. I ain't gonna lie. Our shit was out, but it was only for hours, a few hours. So, you know. But yeah. I would also been checking out the Donovan Lewis case. The guy that got shot in the bed, getting up out the bed by a police officer, 30-year vet. They're supposed to know better. He said he saw a dude reaching for a blammer gun. But he was in the bed.
That boy looked like he was naked.
Right. I wouldn't have been
jumping up, like.
They came in and was like, it wasn't a quiet warrant. They were serving a warrant.
I couldn't find out nowhere what the warrant was for.
I couldn't either. No, but it was for a year before. He had a gun and some other shit. Some shit in 2021. So he didn't skip court.
Did you see the full video? Or did you see the one where they cut it off?
I haven't seen all of it together.
I mean, I'm talking about where they carrying him down the stairs. They handcuffed him.
No, I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
But I just was trying to put myself in the, what, Pulu? You know what I mean? When you're waking up, motherfucker done bust up in the house and rushing out. They done yelled, police. Police, police. And kicked the door open like, they wasn't like, But I don't see something like that happening. You know, it's the police because they use the dogs first. They let the dog go in first. They'll be going for a gun on the police. So I don't see why none of that. What's the purpose of that?
I mean, I can kind of see their argument though, like, you know, like when he's getting up, his hand is behind him, so all he's seen was his hand was behind him, and he got him freaked out. It's gonna be a win-lose thing, like, you know what I'm saying, they are going to win, you know what I'm saying, in the case, London City Police, they're gonna win, but then there's gonna be a wrongful death settlement, which will come immediately after, which they will win. It's like saying, you know, oh yeah, we did do this, but it wasn't intentionally. Here's some money. That's
what I think gonna happen. Is that they're gonna, cause they already started pushing that shit. They already done started the campaign. His, how long he been an officer and he's decorated and how long he never fucked up like that before and different shit. You know what I'm saying? They already started Friday, you know, cause they going to court for it, but they running the shit on TV like a fucking.
People want malicious intent.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to prove unless you know what I'm saying, at home and somebody records and say, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna kill me a nigger today. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to prove that if that's not there. So it's gonna be like, oh, okay, it was an accident. It's like somebody's gonna say, yeah, we can see that because his hand was kind of behind him. We can see that. And there's too many people say, oh, we can see that.
Down.
You know what I'm saying? Then yeah, they'll win the case, but they'll pay out the pocket.
They're gonna definitely have to pay out the pocket because he might have had a Tech 9 behind, you know what I'm saying? But if you didn't see that motherfucker, you shouldn't have pulled that.
When I seen it, was like,
well, they were out already, but
like after they shot him, and they was telling him like they trying to put his arms behind his back. They like stop straining, stop resisting. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where he was shot at. You know what I'm saying? But then they show another scene where they're carrying him downstairs, like feet in like his hands, carrying him downstairs, and then he died at the hospital. But I didn't hear no remorse though, like of shock or you know what I'm saying, of anything.
The dude's Saudi lightweight, you know, because I think he's more Saudi because it looked like he, you know, the way it looked like he going down for the shit or may go down for it. But
that's kind of scary.
They're working on him not going down for it, but them family's gonna get paid. They're gonna pay the family. They're not gonna pay. He's not going to fucking jail for that. He's gonna have to resign. He's gonna have to step down and take his honorable discharge. I mean, not discharge, but whatever you do when you leave the force and all that. Yeah, and then they're gonna pay them. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but they're gonna pay them.
Was it a gun involved?
Yeah,
no, he didn't have nothing on him.
If he didn't have a gun, how you think he ain't gonna go to jail?
Because he thought he had a gun. And what I listened to, what I watched, he's a professional. But what I watched, I listened to a dude's interview speaking on the protocol of the police shit, how they
their laws. You gotta know their rules.
Yeah, their laws.
You know what I'm saying?
And what they are allowed to do in situations. If he in fear for his life, that's what they're trying to say. They use it. If he's in fear for his life, or if he any of that shit like that will get you off shooting a motherfucker.
Like how many times you think that officer seen somebody and their arm was right here and decided not to do nothing? It was like, ooh, I got something.
Or it could have been that motherfucker.
So it's like I'm not gonna learn from that again, you know.
Like, or it could have been that motherfucker in fucking Vietnam or whatever other, you know, in the desert, Saudi Arabia. You know, if he may have been a soldier or something like that. Shit like that too for mental. They doing a mental shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that can trigger a motherfucker too.
I see it being scary because if your life is on the line all the time, you know, and a lot of people probably won't get what I get because when you see police shooting, you think we just pay attention to the white ones. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, that was a black one, that was an Asian one, that was a Hispanic cop that shot. You know what I'm saying? And it always makes me think about the Somali guy. You know what I'm saying? This is like his third month on the job, and you know what I'm saying? Somebody called about somebody getting raped or something in the alley. So when he pulls up, some white lady comes, that one they called 911, when he's pulling up and it's all dark and all that right here, she comes to his side of the window and knocks on the window real hard like, bam, 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 and he shot her through the door. You know what I'm saying? And then, but damn, we went to jail for that shit though.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
And not because, yeah.
This raper could have been trying to
But with him though, that's true. But with him, that was just a motherfucker sitting in the car. But with
no, he's sitting in the car.
But they serving the police officer.
They rented
Yeah. We're going right up on the car and he shot through. But that's what I'm saying. Other shit be triggers too. If a motherfucker used to be in the Desert Storm or a motherfucker been in the Gulf War, all that shit like that, and you come home and decide to be a police officer.
They do psych tests on you.
That's what I'm saying.
Which a lot of people lie to get the job. It's like you get your job when they say, "Are you willing to do overtime?" You're like, "Yes." You're here to get here on time. Yeah, you say you're into everything.
I take all the overtime.
You've been working there for 3 months and shit. Now you late all the fucking time. Now I ain't doing this, motherfucker. They got me fucked up with this overtime. But you just said in the interview that you would and shit.
Yeah, every motherfucker I know said that soon as hired.
I used to, when I cut here up north, it was this white cop, and he basically referring to Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like when he hear that over the air that
Another person
that he needs backup.
That's another person that you hear after they done did so much, they done put in so much work already that you ain't gotta say their name every day. So when you say that motherfucker's one name, you know what it is.
Yeah, but this white dude was like, when he hear, you know what I'm saying, Batman over the air talking about he need assistance, and here, you know what I'm saying, he could be on that way, he going the other way. He said, I'm not fucking with your ass and shit, you know what I'm saying, you gonna have me at work longer, then I'm gonna have to sit up there and sign all this shit, you know what I'm saying, and that's gonna have, you gotta be perfect down to, I'm gonna be in this precinct for like 3 hours, I both been went home, I ain't fucking with you because you start doing my shit. But he's like, in poor communities, you know what I'm saying, you can just close your eyes and point a car out at random, you know what I'm saying, pull it over, something illegal is in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a warrant, somebody ain't got a license, you ain't got insurance for this car. You're gonna find something in there. So it's just easy to just pull anybody over it for whatever reason and shit.
That's what they should have been doing in training day. Pulling niggas over random. Well, he already had his whole shit set up to track. But training day, they ain't pulling no random niggas over.
Yeah, but I don't like when they do that, even the jump out boys. I don't like that. Like when I see y'all doing that shit, you see it in the movie, you see it in real life, you just jump out and you just grab a bunch of black people and put them on the wall and just search them and shit. Just imagine if you was downtown and they did that to them. Next thing you know, it's dentists and doctors and all that. You being frisked and shit. Like it's just as wrong.
They got the work.
It's just as wrong for y'all to do that. For y'all to come in our community and do that shit.
You ever been in a situation like that where the jump out boys jumped out on you?
Yeah. And they did it all the time. And shit, when I sit up there and say all the time, like anything big you seen in Lincoln Park Project come, I don't give a if it's a fire truck, a truck, whatever and shit. When that motherfucker come by, you better not be there. Cause that's the shit they jump out in and shit on your ass. We got all y'all and shit. It's like
all standing outside.
And you guilty. All you just guilty with no court date. They'll treat you like you ain't shit.
I did. I remember the jump out boys. They jumped out a couple times. They did on the at the studio, and no, not on 18th though. And on Wager, right?
I don't remember Wager.
Remember the Tomahawk Chop?
Where?
The Tomahawk Chop. Remember they were telling us what the Tomahawk Chop was? That was Moss back in the day on Wager.
I wasn't remember.
Giddy Boy know about that.
I do know a lot of people who know Donavan.
Who?
You know what I'm saying? The topic.
Right.
Yeah, I do know a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, that do know who he is.
Yeah, he was a,
He was known for having a gun.
he had a case. That was what they were serving the warrants for.
I mean, to have a gun now is like nothing. It's like having an ID.
But it was like some other shit to it too. Like, you know, he was doing some other shit and had a gun. And it wouldn't have been no charge because the law was already passed by then if he wasn't doing no.
Yeah, they just took his gun. You know what I'm saying? If you got a warrant, you're going to jail. But if you over 21, we're going to take your gun if you ain't got no permit for it. I mean, if it ain't registered, you can't prove it's registered.
If it ain't registered.
You know what I'm saying? You just get your registration, come back here and get it. You know what I'm saying? If it got bodies on it, we're going to look for you.
How many people was in the house when he shot?
It was other people. I think it was 2 other people.
No, I'm talking about how many officers?
I don't know how many
It was like mad officers went in because they, like I said, they were serving a warrant.
Right.
So he was known to be violent. I mean, but that's why they got the dog going in first and all that, coming at night to catch a nigga off guard and all that shit.
I'm saying how many officers was in there and how many officers shot?
Only one shot.
Only one shot.
It sounds like it was maybe 3 of them.
Like I said, it was a 30-year vet.
Only one sought fear for their life.
Only one of them looked in the door. You know what I'm saying? He looked. The video shows. Okay, they already caught 2 dudes. 2 dudes came out like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what they did. But you know, they looking around to see if anybody else is in there. And there's extra doors there. It's a bedroom and a kitchen, kind of. And then you know what I'm saying? There's like some doors, and you open it up. I guess that's the basement. So there's nothing down there. A closet or something. Ain't nothing in there. Then they open up another one, and it's a bedroom. And so he's shining light in there, and he's like, you know what I'm saying? Columbus police or whatever, and he's getting up out of the bed, and one arm is like this, but it's of leverage. You You know what I'm saying? I got it with this arm, now I'm about to push myself up with this arm. But this arm is behind you. And it was like real quick, you know what I'm saying? Come with me, pow! You know what I'm saying? And
So he could have did some other shit. Backed up out of there.
What's up?
He could have did some peeked around the corner.
Yeah,
Back around the corner.
They used the dog. They sent
when
the
you
dog.
think about
first.
it, after it
But if
happened,
he opened up the door,
He opened the door and sent the dog in.
he
if
could
he opened up the door, the dog can't get in the door.
Yeah.
He sent the dog in the room first, or he
no,
sent
Yeah, that's what the
out?
dog-
the dog
in
was all
first.
running around, but the dog couldn't get. They was barking at a door. You know, they was
Right,
barking in
right,
the kitchen
right.
area.
Right.
So there's 2 doors in the kitchen.
Right.
So something's in his kitchen. So they went to one door, and as soon as he opened, it was almost immediate. Like, you know, what I'm saying, he said what he said. It was like, pow. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you could do it all over again, I bet you he probably would have opened that door, shit, he did this, and then stick the
Exactly.
dog in there, like kidding right there. You know what I'm
30,
saying?
40
But
year
that-
veteran.
But that's spur of the moment.
That was my point
Stuff
about it.
is always different because, you know, it's going to be different every time. It's like a running back, you know what I'm saying? Just because you went this way, you got a touchdown, go that way again, you're going to get knocked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you do it?
They playing on the police laws.
I don't know.
They're playing
because
on all. They're playing.
if the door is shut,
I mean,
You ain't go-
the officer opened the door.
But they're
Listen.
playing on.
if the door is shut,
He was in the bed asleep, bro.
listen. You ain't listening.
I'm listening.
If the door is shut, he a 30, 40-year vet. It might be something behind this door. Open the door, let the dog run in. Open the door, peek around the corner.
That was a weird ass dog.
Open the door,
That was a
don't
German
even
Shepherd.
open the
They
door,
German-
yell out, police.
I don't know what that was.
Who in the
It
room?
looked like a German Shepherd mix.
Yeah, a mix with Doberman Pinscher or something like that. Right
That
there.
means it's a super dog.
I thought that dog lived there, as frisky and happy and all that shit you was doing and shit.
Cause they're not made to kill you until they say.
But yeah, they a little bit more stern with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can tell a
Yeah,
dog like that.
They're not all the same, bro. Some
This
got
is a
grunts,
happy
some
tail
got little
wagging,
ones and big ones.
sniffing
Because they
everybody.
they go in there and sniff and them sniffing and if they yelp or bark, all the barks are different and shit too.
That ain't the one that we have that puffy outfit on and they come
Police
and like,
uniform.
and they be snagging you be like, that ain't that motherfucker.
Nah,
I
that
threw that
wasn't
little motherfucker out the
He
window. and shit.
had a bacon in the.
I would have choked the shit out that
In his
little ass
what?
dog.
In his ass.
No, they went in
No,
the bed.
no, and this wasn't.
No, they just found it in his bed. He had nothing in his hand.
They pen,
No,
snake
they
pen.
don't.
They didn't have to kill the nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't got to kill him.
Cause they
He
asked.
ain't even have to
did
shoot
you
him.
find-
Why don't they be?
Did you find a weapon?
Why don't they never shoot in the hand or shoot in the? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
that's easy.
I believe it's
Nobody,
fine.
that nothing. Adrenaline stops all that right there.
That's
Let's say
true.
you got a gun and I shoot you in the arm. I don't care if I shoot you in your leg. You can still hop away and still, just like if niggas in the street is getting.
if I was
You know
to put
what I'm
something,
saying?
I would study that shit. If I had to be in
And I'm gonna tell you why you don't shoot them like that, because if you got a gun and you terrorize somebody right here, their job is to protect and serve. If we sit up there and play with you and shit, and you shoot that shot, it don't hit none of us, but it went through that window and hit that little girl.
It ain't
They was
gonna- if I shoot you in your damn hand,
why
you
didn't you take this motherfucker down when you had the
You
chance?
get
Y'all
shot in the
talking
hand
to
or the
me.
shoulder, you could be like, ah,
Yeah.
ah,
They say,
ah.
they say.
And then you can still lock the motherfucker up if you want to.
When I got shot, I didn't even know I got shot. Your adrenaline was already too high.
They-
Pam, Ron Neal, when he got shot in the back,
what was
he had-
happening?
He had no idea. He just thought when he was running, he was out of breath.
What was
And when-
happening? Like leading up to your shoot, getting shot. Like you was doing something like running or
No, we was fighting some Southfield niggas.
So that's what I'm saying. That's different.
So my
That's
adrenaline was already up.
that's different than a standoff.
I seen dudes get tased and shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen people get shot. And
That's
it's like-
different than a
And
standoff.
then a shot, the thing right here, there's people who are like high on drugs. You just got shot 4 times, dude. You still not moving. And I don't know what you
A
are.
standoff is more relaxing than that. Or something with a mad adrenaline running. You can have adrenaline up because of what's going on, but in a standoff, like how they could have been like, all right, get up, put your pants on, and we're gonna take you with
Your
us.
heart's through the roof. Your heart, I don't care if you putting your plants on, if you hold on off your heart is like.
But as a 30-year vet, he's supposed to know how to handle that situation. Whether he
every situation ain't the same.
right, but you still supposed to be. Your whole thing is for a 30-year vet is to take the lead.
And you know what'll be nervous for you right here?
Caution.
Me and you partners right here. We've been partners for 12 years and stuff. And then somebody, you just got your tail light is out. I'm gonna pull you over. I'm just gonna tell you, you know what? We ain't doing shit. You know
And
what
we've
I'm saying?
been partners for 12 years. I'll be like, man, let that
Hey, I just
motherfucker
want to
go.
let you know. I'm still gonna let you know because somebody else will give you a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna let you know your tail light is out, or I'm just telling you
Show
that
me your titty.
or that your gas tank is open. You know what I'm saying? I may want to just tell you that right here, but as soon as I get to the thing, somebody shoot you 3 times.
Why would you want to just tell me that? You don't do that to random
Hold
people.
on,
You
but
drive behind
somebody
them.
shoot me 3 times, you know what I'm saying, and then I died. Now that happened in your face. Now you got your new partner.
Okay.
When you go up to that when you go up to that door, you extra nervous. Did you see what happened to me?
I'm gonna ask you: are you a police officer? Are you a police officer? Are you looking at this as Paul, or are you looking at this as the police officer in this situation?
I'm gonna look
Because
at
if it's Paul, I'm gonna ask you. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna tell you the
Because if you said it as Paul,
it's never as Paul.
oh, okay. Because
never
if you
as
the
Paul.
way you said it, it just made me think like, why the fuck would Paul be giving a shit if somebody's gas tank open, or why would he care if some shit like that? Because a regular motherfucker, who gives a fuck? They'll figure
Now
out
I've gotten
how to get
warnings
home.
like that before. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your gas tank is open. Oh, okay,
You-
I got it.
stop following the telling,
or that your
just say
tail,
go
hey, you know
mile.
your tail light is out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it is. Oh, thank you. Somebody else may give me a ticket. You know what I'm saying? But this is just it's to protect and serve. That's just a service,
Right?
and we forget about that.
I would try to make that my thing, though.
Because I also, the same dude, I'm cutting his hair, he told me that there's 2 different rules for being a police officer. It's what the precinct, it's what you learn, what they teach you, the textbook, that's what you learn. But then when you get there, veterans is telling you something different.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's the real shit.
That's how when he was telling me that, and they don't teach you in the precinct, but they will teach you this, you know what I'm saying, amongst each other and stuff. A 90%, you know what I'm saying, the people you see in the hood is dirty. So you pull over whoever. They don't teach you that.
Well, shit, you know where I stand. They gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna make it disappear. It's gonna be on TV for a week. Then they gonna get paid. Just like we are from the sponsors. Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes we have to create our own enjoyment with many different creme velour flavors, such as blackberry plum, strawberry rose, peach, and pomegranate. Oh, don't forget lemon haze and berry beautiful. Relax, kick your feet up, invite a friend and enjoy the taste. Creme velour flavor, draped imperial grapes.
I got a taste of some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from Murphy Miss Kitchen when they know ingredients miss and list, and I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha, thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese up? Is that macaroni and cheese up? Is that macaroni and cheese up? Yup.
Our Famous Kitchen, holler at us. We got you. Get down.